And now let us continue with the presentations. Next presentation will be delivered by the Team Leo with the title A Proposal to Amend the Guideline on Maritime Cyber Risk Management for Enhancing the Security of Maritime Communications based on Low Earth Orbit Satellite Systems. Please welcome them with a big hand. And let us watch the introduction video first.
The maritime industry is entering a new era where new technologies connect the world faster than ever.
IMO's mission is to ensure safety and resilience across this changing landscape.
That is why we propose new security measures for low Earth orbit satellite network.
New generation demands new regulation.
Innovation without security is a threat.
We are
Team Leo,
thinking Earth and Ocean.
shaping the future of maritime.
Good morning, honorable judges and distinguished delegates. We are Team Leo, and today we're here to present new security measures for low Earth orbit satellite systems, a technology that is key to future of maritime, but still remains outside the scope of IMO regulation. To start off, low Earth orbit satellite network systems, or LEO systems such as Starlinks, refers to a satellite network composed of low Earth orbiting satellites, providing global coverage with fast and reliable communication. Unlike geostationary satellites, LEO systems provide seamless global coverage, even at high latitudes, enabling safe and eligible communication along emerging Arctic routes. Moreover, compared to traditional satellite systems, LEO provides 10 times lower latency, enabling real-time data exchange. This advantage LEO makes the most viable solution for us, as these sources indicate. As of mid-2025, over 26,000 commercial vessels are already equipped with LEO systems, mainly for crew welfare. And this number continues to grow rapidly. Altogether, LEO systems is becoming an essential part of modern maritime network. However, LEO systems present critical problems. Compared to current network systems, LEO systems are more vulnerable due to frequent handovers and the lack of standardized encryption. And these gaps can create opportunities for attackers to intrude into ships' operational technology systems. Recent technical studies further highlights that LEO systems are highly vulnerable due to denial of service, jamming, and link flooding attacks. Moreover, the rapid spread of small LEO satellites, often with limited security controls, further increases the likelihood and potential impact of cyber incidents at sea. In fact, as shown in the slide, cyber incidents are already frequent at sea, and the adoption of LEO systems will only increase the number and impact of such cyber incidents. Meanwhile, in IMO, there's only one guideline currently addressing these cyber issues, the Guidelines on Maritime Cyber Risk Management, which outlines the procedures to prevent, detect, and respond to cyber threats. Those cyber risk management have been included in SMS and DOC audits by the MSC resolution adopted in 2017. However, in those guidelines, there are no mentions of LEO, nor anything on satellite communication systems at all, which leaves a regulatory gap.
To solve this issue, we propose a two-step approach. First, we would like to amend the current cyber risk management guidelines by adding a new Annex 2 specialized in LEO systems. Second, we propose a new MSD resolution to integrate these requirements into SMS and DOC audits. For each of these steps, we created the corresponding documents ourselves in full accordance with the official IMO document format. So we begin with the new Annex 2 guidelines, which we have developed specifically for LEO systems. We have structured these guidelines as follows. First, the committee paper for submission to FAL with request to concurrent discussion with MSC. Then the introduction, key definitions, background, and application. For the next part, we classify the vessels using the LEO systems into 3 classes depending on the degree of reliance. Class A is for vessels where LEO systems are adopted only for crew welfare. Class B is for vessels where LEO systems are employed for operational use. Class C is for MOS or vessels designed for remote operation, where LEO systems are integral to safety critical functions. Based on these classes, we divided the LEO cyber risk management measures into 6 distinct steps, in which we organized different degrees of security requirements for each class. The first step is govern. It is a stage of setting clear responsibilities for managing risks. For Class B and C vessels, necessary authorities and training should be given to a designated person to manage LEO-related risks effectively. Additionally, for Class C vessels, define the obligations among the ROC satellite service provider and the vessel. The second step is identify. At this step, we determine the existence of cyber risk on LEO systems for all the classes. In detail, identify LEO-related systems, carrying out risk assessment and periodic review, and assess the likelihood of incidents. The third step is protect. This is the stage where we propose measures to protect LEO systems in safe navigation. For all classes of vessels, enforce strict segregation between welfare and operational networks so that no data transfers are possible. For Class B and C vessels, we require more strict regulations like encryption of data, handover integrity, and verification of satellite service providers. Particularly for Class C vessels, construction of a secure gateway in LEO systems and encryption of data at the ROC are required. The first step is detect. At this point, we propose measures to detect incidents. For all classes of vessels, maintain a list of relevant threats and monitor LEO network channels. For Class B and C vessels, conduct regular software inspections and annual training on detecting LEO-related incidents. Exclusively for Class C vessels, annual training of ROC and real-time monitoring of MOS are required. The fifth step is respond. This is the step where we minimize the effect of detected incidents. For all classes of vessels, report and maintain logs of the LEO-related incidents. For Class B and C vessels, conduct annual basic security training and establish mandatory contingency procedures for switching to other communication sources. Particularly for Class C vessels, real-time incidents reporting system and automatic contingency procedures. The final step is recover. At this last step, we restore onboard LEO systems impacted by incidents. For all classes of vessels, carry out root cause analysis of LEO disruptions and prevent recurrence. Exclusively for Class C vessels, integrate corrective actions into SMS and verify systems before resuming normal operation.
As the second phase of the roadmap, we would like to propose a new MSG resolution, which has also been fully drafted by our team. In the resolution, we state that in SMS of ship using LEO system should address cyber risks related to LEO, which should be verified in those audits. The implementation progress will be built by 2028, with full enforcement starting in 2029. With our proposal, we expect several key benefits. First, our proposal will significantly reduce the likelihood of cyber incidents. Second, our proposal provides proactive measures by giving necessary groundwork and experience for the future cybersecurity code. Third, our document introduces essential cybersecurity requirements for MAS. Taken together, these outcomes will strengthen IMO's missions of safe, secure, and environmentally sound shipping. In conclusion, addressing LSLI's cyber risks is not optional, but essential for safe and secure shipping. With our proposal, IMO can close the regulatory gap and ensure safer seas. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for the presentation. And now we will proceed with the Q&A session.
Thank you for your presentation. And I have a doubt I think the LEO is the only the media of the communication, like giving the line to exchange information, isn't it? And there is no reason on specify on the LEO only. If it means it doesn't necessary to specify on LEO only, maybe medium range or high level satellite needs as well. Same thing, isn't it?
Thank you for your questions. We do understand the concerns, but however, we want to focus on the seamless and faster communication of LEO systems. If the maritime digitalization and maritime autonomous ships gets more spread and gets developed, the more faster and reliable communication must be installed. And as for the solution for that, we think LEO is the only solution for mass or other digitalization solutions, since it offers more faster and low latency communication other than the MEO or GEO. So I think that answers the questions. Thank you.
Any other questions from the judge?
I have one question. When it comes to the arcing route, do you have any solution for this? Because arcing route is very, very, very vulnerable to this jamming and this problem. What do you have any idea?
Regarding the vulnerability of communications, or
Yes.
yeah,
Especially for the LEO system. Even the LEO system, they're very vulnerable too.
yeah, it is true that LEO has some vulnerabilities, but since LEO is the only communication system that offers the global coverage even at North Pole or Arctic routes, it does have a specific vulnerabilities. But however, since LEO communications is the only solution for Arctic routes, or as I mentioned before, MAS, so the missions of IMO is to establish some security requirements or security measures to prevent those kind of problems that you mentioned before. So that's the reason why we came up with this proposal and to add some security measures for that. Thank you.
To add on to what he just said, we mentioned that we are trying to incorporate new ideas into our resolution, as mentioned in our last part of the resolution. So we believe that problems like you mentioned about Arctic routes will be something that people will focus on and give solutions as an IMO as a whole. So I think that answers your question.
Okay, any other question from the judge? Then you may utilize the remaining time for the final comments.
So there might be concerns whether the proposal that we came up with is it is adding some new Annex 2 in the circular of IMO instruments. However, we try to follow the steps of IMO, since there are no mandatory requirements or mandatory regulations regarding cyber issues in IMO. So that's the reason why we came up with the amending circulars in IMO. And since, as we mentioned on the presentation, in MSC 4.2, the MSC is adopted in 2017. The cyber risk management, even if it's resolutions or circular, it is already adopted, and it is through the MSC resolution, it is verified during the DOC audit. So this proposal we think that there will be some enforcement with that.
We also want to point out a point that why we chose 2029 as the end line for the guidelines is because MAS code roadmap is...
I'm so sorry, we're out of time. Sorry. Thank you for the presentation. It was Team Leo. Thank you. Please return to your seat. Thank you.